Hello everyone and welcome to the FPL Crypto channel as we kick off the 6 picks contest for 2019-2020 season. The first of the season, game week 1. We have a deadline of August 9th, 7 p.m. GMT to get those teams in order, and also for entering the 6 picks contest. If you haven't heard of it before, I'll post a video or a link to a video at the end of this where you can read up about the rules and how to enter, etc. If you're new to the channel, this game week by game week contest is across 6 categories. Basically, you choose one player in each category, and they're all Fantasy Premier League players. Whoever scores the most points out of their 6 picks wins the game week prize. This year, we have 2 prizes every week. So one's a guarantee. It's from Foomni Analytics. They're giving 1 month's free premium access to their FPL tools on their site, such as the projected points, where you can see the projected points for every player for the coming game week. So it's a really good feature which will help you make some decisions on your own teams. Also, along with this, you will receive $10 worth of Bitcoin if your 6 players chosen score over 65 FPL points on a given game week. So 2 great prizes and 2 really good reasons to take part on and enter your 6 picks on social media. So 6 picks are premium. These are the categories. So they're premium, differential, then we have budget defense, budget offense, gut feeling, and finally captaincy choice, the most important one because it scores double points for your 6 picks every week. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a run through of my shortlist for each category, and then ultimately my pick going into game week 1. The player I think in each category is going to score the most FPL points. I'll give you a quick synopsis on the restrictions in each category before I go into it, for those of you that have never seen this before. Also, for those guys that played last season, the rules have slightly changed too. So same principle, just a slight variation on the criteria for each category. So let's get stuck in. I'm going to look at the premium picks first. So in this category, you're looking at goalkeeper or defender over 5.5 million. Or a midfielder or forward 8 million or over. So that's the price limit. My shortlist is Aubameyang, Kane, and Robertson. So Aubameyang first. He's tied top scorer last season and joint Golden Boot winner, and he's away to Newcastle on opening day. So great points potential there. Kane, obviously Spurs front man. Tempting price tag this year at 11 million. Last year he was 12.5, plagued with injuries, so a lot of people didn't go there. He didn't have a great season based on his history. And then Andrew Robertson, not much more we can say about this guy. He had an outstanding season last year. He had 13 assists from left back, and he had a share of those clean sheet points, 21 clean sheets for Liverpool. He plays Norwich at home. Pool arguably have the easiest opening fixture on the Friday night. So my pick then for this category, I'm going to go with Harry Kane. Huge value in Harry Kane this season. Price dropped to 11 million, as I said, and it's basically because of his diminished returns last season. 17 goals and 6 assists. Pretty impressive, but maybe not 12.5 million price tag material. As I said, he was injured for quite a lot of it, so he didn't reach the numbers that he had in previous seasons. And this whole myth that he doesn't score in August, I tend to not kind of believe in that kind of stuff. Obviously, it didn't go for him well in previous seasons, but I think he'll dispel that myth this year, and he'll start off hot against Aston Villa at home. He had a long rest this summer, no World Cup, nothing really going on for him, so I reckon he'll start the season on fire, and he is my premium pick. Differential pick, so this is where we choose a player whose official team selected by is under 10%. And my shortlist for game week 1 is Seamus Coleman of Everton, Nicolas Pepe, new signing for Arsenal, and Leandro Trossard, who plays is a creative winger, plays on the left side for Brighton, new signing. Coleman is owned by 3.9% or thereabouts of managers at the moment. He's 5.5 million, so he's that 0.5 million cheaper than Lucas Digne, his teammate on the opposite wing. Doesn't offer the same threat as Digne going forward, but he scored pre-season and is a nail starter, so he can still offer a lot, and Everton's opening fixtures are great. So that's why he's in there. Nicolas Pepe, new signing from Arsenal, from Lille. He did really well in Ligue 1 last season. Leandro Trossard then, he's owned by 0.6%. Another new arrival in the league. And as I said, he's in this Brighton team that they seem to be set up quite offensively, and they have a good chance of doing well in these opening fixtures. And yeah, I like him. He got 1 goal and 3 assists so far in pre-season, and he's been playing on the left-hand side. So Brighton look good going forward this year. Obviously, there's a lot of chopping and changing in that team. New manager too, so maybe it's a wait and see. With that in mind, I've gone with Nicolas Pepe as my pick. He has the potential for high ceiling returns and explosiveness in his opening FPL season. Obviously, a lot of people aren't sure if he's going to hit the ground running, but Newcastle away is not a bad fixture to start off with, and he's likely to go straight into starting 11 for Arsenal too. So plays on the right or up front, and he's coming in with a good record from the previous season. So in 38 league appearances, he achieved 22 goals and 11 assists, so they're impressive numbers. And as I said, he plays a Newcastle team that are a little bit depleted, and they also have new management, so he could get a lot of luck up front alongside Aubameyang and co on opening day. So Pepe is my differential pick. Looking at the budget defense pick then, so you're choosing a goalkeeper less than 5.5 million or a defender less than 5.5 million. Shortlist for game week 1, I've gone with Nick Pope, Burnley goalkeeper, Kyle Walker-Peters, and I've gone for Shane Duffy as my third shortlister. With Nick Pope, there's a lot of 4.5 million goalkeeper options this year. Some of them are pretty good, like Heaton, and I think Pope is now nailed at Burnley to start the season anyway, and he's got a good fixture at home to Southampton. Burnley are usually tight. Bit of a blip last season, but I think they'll get back to their best. Walker-Peters is an interesting one. So he's 5 million, plays right back for Spurs, and they have a kind of a problem in that position at the moment. So Trippier left for Atletico Madrid, and Aurier apparently is recovering from a hand operation, and also Juan Foyth went off injured on a recent friendly, so they're a little bit depleted there. It looks like Kyle Walker-Peters will start the season at right back, and he didn't feature too much last year, but when he did play, he was very creative. He had 5 assists in just 9 appearances, so one to watch there for sure. Duffy, Shane Duffy scores goals. Obviously Brighton aren't very tight defensively, but he's always a danger from set pieces, and a 5 million can never be overlooked. My pick for game week 1, I'm going to go with Nick Pope in goals. I think he's a great 4.5 million keeper, and he's done it before in FPL in previous seasons. Sean Dyche's men don't have the Europa League distraction to start off this campaign, so less of a strain there. I reckon they'll be tighter at the back, as I said, and yeah, they have respectable opening fixtures too. So for game week 1, I'm going to go with Nick Pope in goals for Burnley at home to Southampton. Okay, let's look at the budget offense pick category then. So midfielder less than 8 million and a forward less than 8 million. My shortlist for game week 1, I've got Josh King in there, 6.5 million, Maddison at 7 million, and then Ryan Fraser, 7.5 million. Josh King, he plays for the Bournemouth side who score a lot of goals. We know that from last season. He's also on penalties, so with VAR in the frame, he might get a bit of luck there. James Maddison, set pieces and potentially playing in the hole for Leicester behind Perez and Vardy, so he creates a lot of chances too. Tough opening game for Leicester though. Maddison had a breakthrough season last year, 7 goals, 7 assists, and with all the talk surrounding Leicester's new signings, he is kind of falling a little bit under the radar. Less talk about him. Maybe it's because he's that 7 million price tag as opposed to Tielemans and Perez at 6.5. Ryan Fraser then is the third guy, so he has a great record, and he's my pick, so he's my Bournemouth player in there. Bournemouth's fixtures starting off are pretty good, like probably with them and Everton, they have the best openers out of all the Premier League sides, and he comes in with 14 assists last year and 7 goals. I think he created the most chances in the league last year too, 28 or 29 chances he created, which is really good, even though he doesn't play for a top 6 side. But he takes corners, And yeah, he has a chance to get a lot of returns and probably link up. He links up very well with Wilson. So Fraser, Wilson, King, 3 players to consider for your own FPL teams. For my picks though, I'm going to stick with Fraser as my budget offense pick for game week 1. So the next category is more of a flexible one, gut feeling pick. This one we choose any player in the game, someone we feel is going to do well for the game week, like a 1 game week punt selection. You can choose whoever you want in this category pretty much. Digne, Kevin De Bruyne and Sigurdsson are my 3 shortlisted players. With Digne, he got 4 goals, 4 assists last season, and this guy loves a shot. He had 36 goal attempts last year, averaging nearly a shot every game, which is really, really good statistic for a defender. Everton's ability to keep clean sheets is still up for debate. They haven't been great in pre-season, so the jury is still out there. Kevin De Bruyne looked good in the Community Shield. Obviously had his issues with injury last season, so didn't play and feature as much as he has in previous years. And then Sigurdsson, 8 million, he's on pens again, consistent FPL point scorer, proven it through the years. 13 goals and 6 assists last year, and I don't know, for that price point it's hard to see anyone better with Everton's fixtures definitely starting off. Out of the midfielders last year, actually only Salah, Mane and Pogba had more goal attempts than Sigurdsson, so definitely one to consider for your teams. In saying that, I went for De Bruyne as my pick on the gut feeling front. Obviously, City start away to West Ham, and I kind of have to choose one of their attacking players in my pick, so I'm going to go for De Bruyne in this category. He is injury prone, as I said. Last season it was a write-off for him. However, looking further back, in the previous 2 full seasons he played, so we're talking 2016-17 and 2017-2018, he had 14 goals and 40 assists across those 2 seasons. So he is a huge creative force. He's on corners, most set pieces too, and City score more goals than anyone in the league, so it's definitely one to consider for your team. 9.5 million price tag might put a few people off, but I'm going to go with him as my gut feeling pick for game week 1. Captaincy then, this category obviously really important for us all to get the captaincy choice right every week, and that's why I've put weight on this pick. You get double points, the same as the game in your 6 picks, depending on who you choose. My short list is 3 players that are probably in the running for everyone this week, especially Sterling, Salah and Kane. So these 3 guys, tried and tested, proven FPL player, point scorers, high ceiling point scorers at that, to get double-digit hauls when they perform well every season. I can't choose Sterling because I already have De Bruyne. I chose Kane in my premium category, so in this game you can only choose 1 player per club team. I'm going to go with Salah, and he probably is the best player for captaincy in game week 1. Norwich at home, last year's top point scorer. He had 22 goals and 12 assists from the classified midfielder as such. Plays Norwich, a newly promoted team, a team that Liverpool have historically done well against in years gone by. Foomni projects Salah to be the top scoring player for game week 1, so they have him currently projected to score 8.7 points, which is why he gets the armband for me in my 6 picks, and probably for my actual FPL team going into game week 1. I might stick up a draft video of my final team just before deadline on Thursday or Friday if you guys want to take a look. But for my picks category, Salah is my nailed captain's choice for game week 1. Plenty of options out there, plenty of decisions to be made. I like Salah, Sterling or Kane. Aubameyang's another player who definitely should be considered away to Newcastle. Plenty of options there for sure. So here's a summary of my 6 picks. You guys can enter yourselves. There's 3 different ways. You can comment on this YouTube video with your 6 picks entry. You can either go over to Twitter and tweet your entries hashtagging FPL Crypto, or you can go onto my Facebook page and post your 6 picks on there. If you want to know more about how to play this game, I'm going to put a link to the how to play video that I stuck up earlier in the week. It gives you an idea how to enter every season, and it gives you a summary of the prizes there too. Apart from that, I should mention my mini league. I have a 6 picks mini league set up. CUUY35 is the code. I'll stick it on screen. The prize there is 1 Litecoin, which is worth $100 US, thereabouts, or a Premier League jersey of the winner's choosing. So good prize up for grabs there for anyone. Free entry, of course, so get involved before deadline. That's pretty much it. I'm really looking forward to seeing who you guys pick for your categories for game week 1. I'm feeling quite confident with my ones. Obviously there's prizes at stake, so I wish you all the best. Think carefully, get your picks in before game week deadline on August 9th, and good luck guys. Talk to you all soon.